Hey, welcome to Love Anything Art. You may not know it, but this is actually the second recording. I was just sitting here talking to myself in my closet, trying to do this voiceover, and I got all the way to the end, and I was going to go edit my wonderful voiceover I did, and then I realized that I didn't hit record ever. So, this is going to happen again. Yeah! Because it's the second time, it's going to be twice as nice. I have a translucent clay project for you. I've been doing a lot of translucent clay projects lately, and you'll be seeing a lot of those on my YouTube channel. I've been doing a lot of little experimenting off screen, so this is just me showing you something that I had made, so I'm just going to recreate that. I'm going to be doing a blue themed Skinner blend. It's a very sloppy, messy Skinner blend. I'm not here for perfection, so it's gonna come out how it comes out. And you can use any color that you want. You can use purples or reds, yellows. Maybe you want to do red, yellow, purple all together. You can do whatever you want. These are just the colors that I liked. And I wanted to go from light to dark, so I just picked out some ink colors accordingly that we're going from light to dark. And I do find that in between each of my dippings of the ink, if you put it in a little bit of rubbing alcohol, it'll clean that brush up real nice. And then you can just wipe off the excess on a little piece of tissue so that you don't mix the colors and it gets all ooky and blended and kind of nasty looking. See there, it's a very choppy, messy Skinner blend. This is part of the experiment here, folks. I'm going to put that through my pasta machine. I put it through there once, and then I'll put it through there again, and I'll keep going until it's as blended as I want it to be. And if it is getting too long on you, you can just go ahead and smoosh it up and make it a little bit smaller. It doesn't have to be perfect unless you want it to be perfect. Well, then you can skip over this part of the video. You see there, the colors are starting to come through. I don't want to overblend mine. I kind of like it when it's not fully blended as far as the translucent clay and ink goes. If I was doing it with regular clay, then I would blend it all the way. But when I'm using translucent clay, I don't know, I just kind of like it, the end result in the finished product. It kind of gives it more of a depth, I think. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But honestly, you can do it either way. I'm going to turn that Skinner blend into a bullseye. You can do it either way you want to. You can go light to dark or dark to light. I will be going dark to light. I'm going to put that through my pasta machine and make it slightly longer and a little bit thinner so it's easier to roll. And then I'll just roll it up. Since I did use Sculpey, because that's all I had, it's gonna be kind of mushy. If you have Premo, I would recommend using that. I did put mine in the freezer to kind of firm it up a little bit, but haha, I left it in there for like 2 hours. Just so you know, clay doesn't freeze. I've never left my clay in the freezer that long, but I forgot about it. I got sidetracked, which is what happens to me when I step away from my table. Cut yours into varying size slices. You can make them all the same. You can make them different, really big, really thin, whatever you want. And just to contain all my messiness, that is my messiness, I'm going to put it on some tin foil, and this really helps cut down on the mess from the alcohol ink. I'm going to be using some sapphire blue. It sounds really royal and regal and sophisticated. Sapphire. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You can put a little bit on each of your pieces. You could actually leave it on there just as dots and kind of test that theory out. But I am going to mix mine up. Just being very liberal with my coating of the ink. And then let that get as dry as you have patience to wait around for. Sometimes when I'm doing projects like this, where I have to wait for something to dry, I end up just staring at my piece and I'm like, okay, that's been long enough. Because if I get up from this table and go do something, I'm not going to come back for 8 hours because I get a little sidetracked sometimes. I'm putting some more of that snow white color on there. You can skip this if you don't want to do it because it will lighten up all of the colors. So you can skip over that, or if you want to put a different color on there, you can. But when cutting it up later, I do want to kind of see the little white threads in there a little bit. I'm going to be using some silver leaf. You can use gold leaf or bronze leaf or whatever color leaf you have. You can use like a shimmery mica powder. You can use whatever you want, but I just want to put little strands of silver leaf in a couple of sections in here. So I'm just going to cut up like 2 or 3 sections and then I'm going to put those in there. You will need some Bacon Bond to reassemble it back together because it will not hold together if you don't put that in there. And you don't need a lot, just a little dab. Just a little dab goes a long way, that's what I always say. Is it just me, or do you just love the way clay squishes? I don't know, it's kind of fun. Maybe I'm just a weirdo. I just like to look at it sometimes as I'm like squishing it, putting it back together. I'm just kind of mesmerized by it. I don't know, I'm a weirdo. Get yours back into a cube. I didn't want to put a whole lot of silver leaf in mine because I didn't want it to just be overbearing and be like, look, everywhere's silver. I kind of want it to be like little random threads of silver throughout my piece. So I'm going to go around the outside and just trim off so it's kind of more in a symmetrical cube shape, and then I'll cut it down into little sections. And it kind of looks like a spider web to me. I don't know, it's kind of fun. But you'll see the one strand of silver in there. That's what I wanted. I don't want anything crazy. But if you like silver leaf and you like to use it, just put as much as you want in there. And I did have to go to the store and get some more Premo. So I did that. I'm going to make a backing for my piece. Just going to be using some of this sky blue. But honestly, it doesn't look like the sky to me. It looks like a really exotic, crystal clear water when it's done. So not really a sky blue to me though. I don't know, maybe you have to put more of it on there to get it to the sky blue color. I don't know. And then you can just arrange your little cubes on there and make a pretty veneer. Or you can just take the little cubes that you cut and put them in like a mold or whatever you want to do with them. It'd be kind of fun if you like made a bunch of little tiles and put them on top of a tabletop and made like a little mosaic kind of a pattern on it. It'd be kind of fun. And then just decide where you want to make all of your cuts. I think that's the hardest part, at least for me. I'm always like, I can make this pattern, but what am I going to make out of it? Like rings, earrings. I try to visualize the whole process as I'm going along, so I know exactly how to make something, or like how big to make it or how thick to make the piece. I just decided to make like a little moon shape out of the circle cutters that I have. I don't have a lot of cutters, but I've actually been exploring and thinking about buying some actual cutters. So I went on Amazon and did a little exploration, but they didn't have anything good. I'm assuming that I gotta go to like an Etsy or maybe another fellow polymer clay artist on YouTube that sells their products. I know of a couple, but I don't know. I kind of wanted to explore all my options before I spend any of my money. I finished the first one, and I'm going to go ahead and do a second pattern. These are all the little pieces that I cut off from the outside of the cube. And I'm just going to take those and put them on a backing color of clay. I just chose black. You can choose whatever color you want. I just thought it would be the best contrasting colors, and I thought it would look nice and sophisticated when it was done. And that's kind of the fun part of this one, is you just arrange it on there and make sure that you have some of the black parts coming through or popping through the back. And then you can cut out your shapes that you want. And if you have a favorite cutter that you like, please let me know where I can find that at, and I'll go check it out. Even if it's something that you sell, I would be interested in seeing some other options besides Amazon. So please leave me some comments below about that. And you can cut out whatever you want, but like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and use some paper cutters because that's what I usually do. I'm just kind of over the whole having to cut it out and then fix it up with my fingers for like 20 minutes. So I don't know. I'm getting older and I just want to chop and go. And these are the little moon shapes. They came out really cute. I just love earrings that dangle and just kind of, move around when you move your head and just like, oh, look what's over there. Oh, my earrings, they're moving. I don't know. I'm a weirdo. And then these are the other ones. They're very sophisticated looking. I like them. Very shiny. And then that is another pair just like those, but I didn't do the top piece on it. And then the backing is the blue color instead of the black. And then this is another pair. I just put a little heart, little dangly on there. Sometimes just adding a little jewel or gem to your piece, I think really changes or transforms a really bland piece maybe of clay into something extraordinary and beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment below. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!